So these are the 7 things that I put in my child, the dividends of which I see today itself. And every parent knows that if the foundations are right, then our children will become excellent in the future. What are the 7 foundational things that I put for my son, for which I am seeing the dividends so early in his life when he is just 10 or 11 years old now? That I'll explain in this video. Maybe some of it you can pick it up and do it for your child. The first thing is I taught him Bhagavat Gita. When he was 1.5 years old, 2 years old, I started teaching him Bhagavat Gita. I started teaching him about the soul and Paramatma, Atma and everything. People used to say, how can such a small child understand? And I taught him about bhakti and all those things. Then many people who are even devotees who read Bhagavad Gita, they were doubting whether such a small child would understand. But believe me, small children also can understand when it is told in simple manner. And my son understood it, and how it helped him is whenever he faced big challenges in his life that I don't want any other child to face, he came out of it with more strength, more stronger. He came out of it, and that is the benefit of teaching spirituality much ahead in life. For that, actually, I have written a book called Spirituality Simplified for Kids Level 1, and it is available as a Kindle book. If you want the link of it, it is available in the description of this video. You can check it out. All spiritual concepts explained in a story format to children. Then the second thing that I used to develop in my child is mathematical skill. It is not about tables or numbers or ONE1, TWO2, no. It is rather thinking. I used to give him many find the differences puzzles or many activity books that you can also, I will give you some activity books in this description that you can buy. It makes children to think mathematically. Mathematics is about many skills like visualization, manipulation, estimation, these connection of different things. These are the different skills that is under mathematics, and all these things ultimately make your child think logically, reasoning. That ability, that thing where a child doesn't have to learn even numbers, okay, jigsaw puzzles, the blocks and all those things, where you don't need numbers, you don't need school education, but you can improve their mathematical skills even before they enter the school. That is what I did. And today my son can do pre-calculus, though he is in 6th standard now. He can learn pre-calculus, matrices and about complex numbers and everything. All that is possible. Now he is studying on his own, all those things. How is it possible? Is because we put the foundations right, then future they'll go ahead and do on their own great things. The third thing is about language skills. I made my son learn every language how we learn our mother tongue, native language. Means what? How we learn our native language is always we listen to people talking in that. Okay? We listen to people talking in that. We see them talking in that language. Then we understand the context of the sounds of those things and the things they're talking about. And then we start telling those words. Then the third thing that we do is about seeing those words on the paper, the letters on the paper, seeing and reading. And the last thing comes where we write that letters of that language. And I made my son learn every language that he has learned till now in that same fashion. I made him see those languages, hear those languages, then he start talking in it, then I make him read and then I make him write. Because he's learned this process, now he's so confident that he wants to learn Korean language because he likes BTS and other things. So he now knows the knack of learning any language, and he knows many languages at such young age. Though I did not focus much on many languages, but whichever language he is learning with ease. He doesn't have to go to any language tuitions, and this is the secret. The fourth thing that I used to work on for him was building on his skills. What are the skills that we can build in our children very easily is like observation skill. Okay, I used to give him games of observe those things and then tell those words or something like that. So many games are there. If you want more details about it, you can check out the link that I'm giving in my video's description. And so basically observation skill, then visualization skill, and communication skill. So I used to make him and imagination also. We used to play games like, I used to tell one sentence, I'll make up a story, and then the next sentence of the story he has to tell, and the next sentence I will tell. So this is vocabulary, language. So it's just a small game that any child, any parent can play. I will tell one sentence of a story. Next, taking that hint, he will tell. So there is a lot of cohesion, English, communication, vocabulary, joy, enjoyment, bonding, laughter. So many things happens in that one activity. So language skills I've already spoken. Communication, observation skill, then being resilient. So those kind of skills I used to focus on and make him develop those things through some activities. The fifth thing that I put inside him was love for learning. What I used to do is, whatever be the case, I always used to put the 10-15 minutes of my day with him in reading books. It could be reading to him, or reading with him, or he's reading alone and I am reading alone. And the more time he's seeing me buying books, me reading books for myself, and every time I read a book I am enjoying. Today he runs a library and he advocates this philosophy that if children start reading other books, then they will start loving their studies as well. This is his motto of his objective of running a library. He says to everybody, he says to me also, because I started loving books, now I study well in my studies. Many children who are facing this problem have this problem that they don't love to read, love the learning. So this thing that I put in him, that learning is nice, learning is beautiful, that I inculcated in him by me myself learning, reading every day, and I used to do that with him. If you can put this effort, you save a lot of money in the future, where parents get worried, my child is not at all interested in studies. What to do about it? You can avoid all of those things, the worry, the time, the effort, the money, all those things you can save if you can put that foundation right. Then the sixth thing that I put in my child was about selling. What? Selling? Yes. When he was 2 years old, 2.5 years old, I used to take him to distribute Bhagavat Gita. Bhagavat Gita book distribution we used to do. And from that itself, he picked this idea that selling is serving. For many years, I used to think that selling, all these selling people are, very cringy, very nagging people, they squeeze out the money of others. But that's not the case. When I'm selling a Bhagavad Gita to somebody, what is happening? Their life in some way is changing. Now, when I'm selling my courses, my products, what am I doing? I'm helping somebody with something that they don't have and I have. So, without selling, I won't be doing this video. I'll be asking you to subscribe to my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel, because I am putting some valuable content out of which something might help in your life. So please subscribe to my channel, surely. Selling is serving. And because he knows that, he started to sell many things. He started, giving his skills of, he has learned Bhagavad Gita, he is teaching Bhagavad Gita to others. And the books he has, he makes it a library, and he, encourages people to come for the library and subscribe and learn, read, have the love of learning. How is it happening? Selling, and selling is serving. He makes his math strategy games and goes and sells it to people. Why? Because those will improve their children's logical thinking ability. Is he not serving people? Yes, he is serving. So, for many years, I used to think that selling is not good. But my mentor made me understand that selling is serving. And that is true. If I am not selling to you, please subscribe to my channel. You wouldn't do. And if you don't do that, maybe the small nuggets of wisdom that I can give, you won't get it. And that might help you. I never know. We never know, right? So, selling is serving, and I taught him that. And today, he has his objective of helping other people through his skills that he has, the knowledge that he has. It could be some children of his age, but still, selling is serving. Then the seventh thing that I put in my child was goal setting. How to set goals for himself and how to try to achieve that. And if he fails in it, what to do about it. What happened? Why have I taught this to him? Is because when I was a student, I was a topper. After that, when I got into working, the progress. See, being a topper, being a person who is getting 17 to 18 prizes every year on a stage, you should have thought that I should have gone some level in my professional life. That was not the case. When I went into a job, I was a mediocre person only, like not progressing much and all. Though people knew my knowledge, my things, my hard work and all, I did not progress much. You know why? I realized this flaw after several years after coming out of the job. That is because of no goal setting. Because throughout the education system, 15 years, somebody else sets a goals for us. Like what chapter to finish, how much marks to get in this particular exam. Everything, somebody sets it for us. We never set for ourselves. So what happens? We don't have this habit of setting goals for ourselves and trying to put steps in that and achieve it. That's a habit that cannot come suddenly. And so when I realized this, I said, I have to put this habit in my son. Let it be anything. So I leave him to set a goal, monthly goal for his own life. It can be anything in his regard, but put a monthly goal. It can be reading so many books, or it can be developing some mechanics thing, something. It can be anything. But the habit of goal setting, he sets the goal, and many times it's not that always he achieves the goal. He fails. He fails to achieve that goal. He feels guilty. He feels what I can do about it. Then he thinks whether this was a realistic goal that I kept for myself. Did I think I will be able to do it, but actually I'm not able to do it. So he fails and understands that what is a realistic goal? What is a specific goal? I had put my goal, but it was not specific. It's very easy to teach professionals smart goal setting. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bound. We know all these things. But I tell you, it's very different to learn that than actually practice it and make it a habit. And that, when we put in our children, what will happen is they can set any goal for their life, and they get in the habit of setting a goal, and they, by their own experience, they have learned what works and what doesn't work. And it's not theoretical of telling specific goal, time bound goal. He has realized with his experience many failures he is seeing. Let them fail when they are young, so that they succeed when they are prime age. Let them fail when they are young, right? So these are the 7 things that I put in my child, the dividends of which I see today itself. And I'm really hopeful and really expect that he'll become a great person, serving people and himself also, living a rich, courageous life. So if you like this video, please like the video and share it with others. Please don't forget to subscribe to the video and click on the bell icon, because that's very important, so that you get some value from these videos and implement for your child. Let's get the foundations right. Then we can know that we can be sure that they will succeed in their life.